Oh. What up, B? Good night and welcome to another late Thursday live, early live. So, why am I already buffering? This is just crazy. Sometimes I want to just hook my computer directly into the router so that I can have reliable service during my lives. Maybe I need to do that. But then it's going to change my venue. Close that door, turn that down, one or the other. Man. So, I don't know. What up, Charity? How you doing? I've been playing with my hair, and I think it's time for it to take a trip. Like all this combing, having to deal with the tangles. That's just not me. Curtis, ain't you by your mama? Didn't you hear me say close that door? You're not. You're pretty good. How are you? I'm all right. Like insomnia has been my friend too much lately. And I don't know. These are my hours, but I be up till the sun come up. Like that's just crazy. Really, I'm saying 12 o'clock, 11:30. And I don't get to sleep till about 6:30. Man. Our grocery day has changed. Me just all of a sudden write something. Just know I'm adding to my grocery list. Keisha, you did not tell me. Are you still? Man, this buffering is for the birds, man. And YouTube's talking about they about to change AdSense. They about to change the lives and all that. Man, YouTube really going there. This what up, 951? How you doing? See, you came in here and called us Mel Keisha. You gonna make me have to call my friend. I ain't talked to him in a while. And that's just what he called us, Mel Keisha. I'm good. What up, Sweet D? I'm supposed to be cooking tomorrow because little baby coming. And I was supposed to cook something for him last week, but his mama got him too soon. And so I'm gonna cook it for him tomorrow so that it's out the way. Because he told me he wanted a ground beef. That all came out the refrigerator? Wow.
Not this one.
Oh, that come out your room.
No, this one here.
Oh, all right. My sister told me we need to stop throwing our trash away and start composting it. And I was like, bitch. I was just like, who the fuck do you think I am? I'm not saying I don't compost and I haven't composted in the past, but that's a lot of work. Then I would have to buy some mulch or some shit like that. What up, Miss Boosie? How you doing? I was supposed to be cooking some chili tonight, but it got away from me. And but if I don't stay on here too long, I probably do still cook that. No. What's up, Tasha? How you? And I wanted to cook some chili. Only thing about my chili is Keisha be crying about beans and shit in it. And I'm like, man, just embrace the bean. What you gonna do if I just make a bean chili? I'm good. Thanks for asking. Like, no, Keisha doesn't have a hate for beans. As long as it's white beans with some fucking sausage or red beans or any beans with sausage. She has a hate for the black bean and lima beans. But she does have a hate for beans in her chili, which is crazy to me. Like, you say they had 500 people in your house growing up, and beans is what stretched chili. So, damn, you mean to tell me your grandma's chili was 10 pounds of ground meat? Beans not your friend. Why? Because they expel out of your intestines into the air. What up, just Janelle? How you doing? I love beans. It depends on what lima beans you get. Like the baby lima beans, they're okay. You know, they still stay firm and there's something like a edamame. Is that it? Edamame or beans make me fart. Well, you know, they make you feel too full and bloated. Shit. Just don't eat a lot of them. You know, one of Keisha aunts put sugar in her beans. I'm not down with the idea, but to get the gas out of them. Yeah, right. I like a good black bean burger. Uh, I told Keisha and the boys I think we're about to transition over to vegetarians, and they all looked at me like, no, not none of us. It's not hard to. It's like kind of hard to mess up a bean. Right, but what kind of vegan burger was it, Sweet D? Because they got all kind of vegan burgers. But I'm trying to go for at least 70% of the time, and for days on end. But fucking with that little boy Alonzo and in my household is gonna be hard. It's my happy meal. and he wants chicken nuggets. And when I told my sons that, they was like, yeah, he's up there. Yeah, but Sweet D, there are several different types of vegan burgers. There are like, did they make their own? Was it a chickpea burger? Was it a bean burger? Was it one of those plant-based burgers? You know, they got a whole lot of them out there. They got the Boca burger. They have I think it's called I Can't Believe It's Not Meat or some shit like that. Oh no, it's the Garden Burger. You know, they have a lot of no meat burgers out there. Yeah, see, there's Morningstar. Yeah, I don't like this sausage either. I was like, and I want to start making my own flour as far as, you know, my thickener for my beans, for my burgers and stuff. Like instead of using bread or whatever, I want to be I want to get like some chickpea flour, or I want to get some oats, toast them and grind them up. Yeah, Morningstar is trash. Morningstar is straight trash. Like way back in the day, that was one of the only brands that they had. And you know, it was the type of thing that made you be like, if this is what vegetarian is, I don't want it. Oh, thanks, Tosh. Dwayne told me that the other day. He was like, and he had salmon fish sticks in a while. I said, well, I did a video. Just go ahead on and watch it and implement it. That's like today he made meatloaf, and he just put some seasoning on the meat, rolled it up and put it in the oven. Excuse me. And like I told him, that's not meatloaf. You know, meatloaf has a texture thing to it. You know, it's not like eating a hamburger. Oh no, Miss Boosie, you got to go ahead on and break that in. You like pig feet? Do pig feet in the pressure cooker. Um, I have a little 10-minute video on that. That's why I was having them. I was looking for my pressure cooker earlier because I was gonna do my chili in it, and you know, to get that 2 hour cook on in only a half hour, so to speak. But I guess I'll do that tomorrow. Right, it does. I'm making that shit tomorrow. Alonzo just gonna have to wait. I'm like that too, Sweet D. And you know what? They got a video on YouTube with saltine crackers. No, with cornbread. They have a YouTube video out there about chicken manufacturing, I guess you could say. Well, no, God make the chicken, but manufacturing it for sale. Boy, I bet you won't want to eat fucking chicken no more. I had Keisha watch it today. She was like, "No, I eat chicken too much to watch this. I can't watch this. It'll change your fucking life." Oh shit! Look, I don't make cornbread from scratch, so that's the. Once you don't make it from scratch, this is easy to do. Just pop open that box, throw an egg in there, and throw a little milk in there and put that mug in the oven for 25 minutes. Oh no, I've slaughtered chickens before. I'm good. I don't want to see none of that. I can't even mess with birds, so to speak. So, right, Tosh, my best friend, and I know what tedious work it is. The fucking killing the chicken, cutting the head off, letting it hang and drain, and the plucking the feathers and going inside and gutting them out and shit. No, I'm good. But this company that did this video and making I won't eat chicken right here in the garden, it really will. And it ain't I could deal with the circle of life thing with I could deal with the circle of life thing with slaughtering the chicken. No problem. But the way this company do it, you'll be like, oh my God. Because, oh yeah, look, I grew up in New Orleans, but I spent a lot of time in Church Point, Louisiana. I grew up in the city, but I was not no 100% city kid. And like when we would have big get-togethers, my grandparents had 9 kids, and out of the 9 kids, at least 6 of them were coming. And then out of the 6 of them that were coming, 3 of them had kids and multiple kids, like more than 3 or 3 and more. And because there's a lot of soy protein, they probably put in the McDonald's nuggets. But they have a video on how they make McDonald's nuggets. I have not watched it though. Because like I told Keisha, I eat the McDonald's nuggets every now and then, and I want to keep eating them. And I know me watching this is not going to make me keep eating them. And that chicken video that I saw, no word of lie. The motherfuckers started just grabbing them chickens up and throwing it in that machine. Now the chickens up fucking hanging upside down. Swinging and everything, just tripping. Like, bitch, I know what you're going to do to me. I know what you're going to do to me. I know y'all going to kill us. And hey, B. Jordan, how you doing? And them chickens, and them fucking chickens was fucking tripping. They was live, just swinging on there, hollering and screaming and swinging. And then all of a sudden the machine started rolling. And no word of lie, like I told Keisha. What up, Jay? How you doing? I said, Keisha, that motherfucking chicken went from a live chicken to a cut up chicken in a matter of fucking minutes. Right, 951. That's why I'm trying to now start my own fucking veggies. But I want to grow them indoors. Yeah, she still have 3 chickens. And me and my sister, we was talking about, that's good, G. And we was talking about the indoor plants and the pollination situation and shit like that. No, Beyonce got hit by a car. She said she went somewhere, she came back, and Beyonce was there in the middle of the street. And but she still have a few of them. Matter of fact, I saw him, we were video chatting. Right. But if I grow my own, I know what the fuck going on with them. 951. Yeah, cause she really was like Beyonce. You know, the bro was gold and brownish, and that mug used to always holler and scream. And I brought some more seeds, and I know the ones that I want to grow indoors. She was like, "You talking about too much work right there for me, right there." I said, "If I send them outside, I say fuck, then I'm at too much fucking work." Then to know that like watermelon, that's not an inside plant. I wasn't gonna be movable, but I brought me some heirloom tomatoes. COVID found in chicken. You know what? I heard something about that. What the fuck was it? You know what? You right, sweetie. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it was in China. I think it was Chinese chicken. But if you cook that long enough, shouldn't it like get rid of the COVID? See, that's how they say we get the COVID already. Stop eating fucking shit like that. I'm saying that shit, but I sure ate that octopus last week. I didn't like that too much. It was too chewy. It's like they did not care. Yes, flu season is upon us. Man, a fried bat. Yeah, they eat roaches, but the roaches they eat are not roaches in a true sense. Shit, a roach ain't got no damn pulse. I wasn't because it's like they overcooked it. Like octopus is supposed to be nice and tender. And either you gotta flash cook it, which I don't trust, or you gotta cook it dead. You saying that shit. But these motherfuckers eating roaches this big and shit. They this big and about that wide and shit. Fucking head that big. No, at that point that ain't even a roach no more. It done got his own life. I think what I don't know what made it red. I'm off. Like the juice that was on the octopus was on the bread on the rice. And I think they marinated in some kind of chili sauce. And I think that's why it was red. Oh shit, that's we got them all over New Orleans. The flying cockroaches. Fucking right. And they don't really fly, they glide. They fucking tree rats for real. I remember, I'm telling you, no word of lies. 9, 10, 9, 10 years old. And my mama had came to get us from my grandma's house. And it was nighttime. And so I'm outside. I'm ready to go. Like, yeah, come on, so I can go home and get in my fucking bed. Because I got to get up and go to school in the morning and whatnot, whatnot. Y'all call them water bugs. We call them cockroaches. And so I'm standing at the bottom of my grandma's steps, waiting on everybody to say they fucking good night so we could go and shit. And this particular night, my aunt and my daddy was having their fucking usual argument about being a black man and being an African American. And that motherfucking roach flew in my face right there. You could have sold me for a fucking penny. I could have just fell over right there. But I had to get the motherfucker out of my face first. And I didn't slap myself. I just like, this bitch got to die. And I had to run inside and wash my face. And they like, what the fuck? I'm like, bitch, let a roach fucking fly on your fucking face, bitch. They could have fucking sold me right then and there. I was like, okay, y'all motherfuckers, this fucking debate is over with. Right, Tasha? I wanted to. I was like, because those roaches, I have always been afraid of cockroaches. Like they that big. And even though they don't literally fly, I've seen a bitch jump and start flapping their wings and get higher air. I was like, oh no. Oh fuck to the no. You fucking saying that as much as oh no. You know what I hate? Okay, that's a ladybug. You know they got these things. They got these things in New Orleans. They're flies, and they got like a little orange on it. We call them love bugs, cause whenever you find them, they always attached. They always attached. Be outside talking, and one of them bitches fly in your mouth, or just anything fly in your mouth. It's like, why? And them motherfuckers, some years they good, and some years they not. Like some years, they're tolerable. No, not a ladybug. A ladybug, I know what a ladybug is. Ladybugs are the things you put in your gardens to kill all the aphids and shit like that. These things are black, longish, with a little orange dot by their head. They're not ladybugs. We call them love bugs. Because like I say, whenever you see them, they always smashed on your windshield. And 9 out of 10, they connected with another one. But I know that's not what they call it in other places. And man, like a real bad season. Good evening, being here while listening on the bike ride home. Okay, well, hey, Kiki Lee, you be careful on your bike ride home. Shut up! What's funny? I won't laugh. You can take a page.
I'll see you for Snapchat then.
I don't give a fuck. If you're not singing for the Lord, shut up. And man, ain't no fucking way. Just aggravating. Overgrown aggravation. What you eating?
Rice.
Man, poor Beyonce. Shit, that heifer didn't even cook her. Oh, she's been here a while if she heard the Beyonce talk. Ain't no way. Well, I guess when you don't know how I died, you wouldn't cook it. But let's be real, if your dog broke the chicken neck, ain't it safe to eat? Long as the chicken ain't getting no injuries to his meat, it's good to eat, huh? Your dog had his shots. That chicken good to eat. That's like fair game, no. Oh, I already knew that one, Tosh. Trying to eat not really expensive like that. It depends on what route you take because there are a lot of routes to take to eating. Yeah, it is expensive because a side of salmon is like anywhere from 15 to 26, $28 a slab. But it is one whole side of a fish. But if you're single, that's not that bad because if you bring it home and you butcher it, you could get about 10 meals out of it. Oh, I don't fuck with Whole Foods. Like back in the day when Whole Foods started out and it was in New Orleans, they were real reasonable and affordable. Now that Whole Foods is everywhere, I can't afford them bitches. You know, another store I'm starting not to be able to afford Time Thumb. I just don't like Time Thumb for the mere fact that I know these bastards are racist. Why would you say that about Time Thumb? Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Why I say Time Thumb is racist. Fuck, you could barely buy a jalapeno there. Now come on, now everybody eat jalapenos. How you could barely buy a jalapeno at Time Thumb? I have never gotten frozen salmon. I don't like frozen salmon. It's just not delicious to me. So I just, unless it's the fresh caught salmon, so to speak, and I and put it in the freezer, I don't like frozen salmon because they give you how can I say it? Fucked up pieces when you buy frozen salmon. Oh, okay. Thanks, Sweetie G. Do a thumbs up. Uh, right, B. If you eat one meal a day, it's not really expensive to eat healthy. Yeah, I know they've been around since the 80s. But when I used to shop at Whole Foods in New Orleans in the early 90s, they were reasonable. I used to go there, I used to go get all my dry herbs and all my dry whatevers I was dealing with, and I could afford it. I can't afford Whole Foods like that no more. Especially online. No, look, I sent Keisha was at Time Thumb. No, I don't think they were. I used to get a few things and shit. But I go in fucking Whole Foods now. Really, you know what? Let me not say that because I do my Whole Foods on Amazon. And I know they add on to the price. When you do Whole Foods online, they go up on the price. And I know they do. Just like Sam's and Instacart. I was like, wow, this is like a 25% markup. Because I buy the tissue. The tissue is like 20, 21. Is it 20, $21? But online it's $26 if I want to Instacart it. It might, but it ain't the shit I'm buying. Little colorful heirloom tomatoes. I like them little motherfuckers. But to get them online at Whole Foods, they want something like $4, $5 for them. But if I go to Aldi's and yeah, you can shop all of them with your food stamps. Walmart been taking food stamps, and that shit shocked the fuck out of me because I know I walked in the store and I read the sign and it was like now accepting EBT for mailed groceries, and I was like, what you say? Matter of fact, I need to go ahead on and apply for EBT and see if I can get them bitches. You know, every little bit counts. And I love a yellow heirloom tomato. I do not like the crimson tomato, which is fucked up because no word of lie. I have been growing crimson tomatoes forever. And when I find fucking tomatoes and they won't grow, because I don't like the bitches. But I did get me some yellow. State of Texas fucking do you. If you're an adult, they only give you food stamps 3 months every 3 years. So I might as well go ahead on and get the little change they're gonna give me. For them 3 months they're gonna give it to me. The state of Texas is just cruel as fuck to an adult. And they cruel to other motherfuckers too. That's because of the fucking cost of living 951. No, you don't have to be disabled to get food stamps. If you meet the financial criteria in the state of Texas, you can get food stamps for 3 months every 3 years. But I was getting the full amount. When I was getting food stamps about 7, 8 years ago, yeah, it's been about that long. I done missed the whole 3 years that I could have got food stamps. Because I know I've never got food stamps living in this house. And it's been a while. It's been a long. Matter of fact, the last time I got food stamps, Keisha's brother was living with us. And he lived with us in 2009, 2010. So I done missed out on 3 opportunities of food stamps. I just felt like you're in all my business. Then you're not even giving me the full amount. You know, I just felt like it wasn't worth it. Because a grown adult full amount in the state of Texas is $191. But they were giving me something like $140 something. And I'm like, damn, y'all, I'm barely making money. And y'all gonna jip me at the fucking knees about the shit? Man, fuck this. Even though they did give me $450 worth of food stamps over them 3 months. Then look how they sucker play you out chill. They give you the month you applied for and your next month. So they only giving you stamps one more time. I was like, well, damn. Yeah, that's how it was in Louisiana, and that's why I miss Louisiana.
It is close.
Right, sweetie? They want all your information and they deny your ass. Like, what the fuck? Bitch, you just trying to get in my goddamn business. Motherfucking shit in stereo and shit. I know y'all hear me being repeating and stuff. That's go tell Keisha. Can you hear me? Cause I could hear me. Turn that shit down. Turn that shit down. That's like for years I had been applying for any kind of but that's just the thing though. Even if you homeless out here, they only give you 3 months of food stamps. In Louisiana, if you homeless, you gonna get food stamps. In Texas, you gonna get them for 3 months and you better get the fuck. Yeah, well, you do know who was our governor before he became the president, right? No idea? Well, George W. was our governor, and he fucking put the screws to the food stamp program before he left. And then when his predecessor got in, he put the screws to him even more. Cause no word of lie, when we first moved to Texas, so that you could eat. See, that's how I know you've never been homeless before. Cause there's a lot of shit you can eat being homeless. Like you could go in the store and get a loaf of bread and sandwich meat and eat. You could go in the store if you don't want to go that route because you don't have no refrigeration. You can go buy canned goods. Right now, if I want homeless, gotta eat too. Oh, look, homeless, right? When we was homeless, during the day, we would eat a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Well, we was homeless, but we was living in a hotel. We would eat a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches during the day. And not saying that we didn't have food for me to cook or nothing like that, but at night, then I would go to the store. I get like a little pound of rice. I get 2 cans of beans, and I get some pork chops. Right. And if you got good setup and you homeless, you got your ice chest, right? Right. You got you a good couple of campfire burners and a couple of pots. And but I guess even though we were homeless, We were homeless in style because we had a hotel room. But even then, them motherfuckers would fuck with us then. Y'all cooking in there? Well, bitch, give me a room with a kitchen then. You don't want me cooking in the room? Right, you can buy food in the store and microwave it in the store. Yeah, they have all kind of ways that you can get around being homeless and still have a hot meal. And but see, that was the difference. When we were homeless in New Orleans, people would be, that smell good. Y'all know y'all ain't supposed to be cooking in that room. But when we were in Nacogdoches, the man was like, oh, I know y'all miss y'all food and y'all culture and y'all gotta cook y'all own food and y'all don't eat this shit. Y'all can cook in y'all room. Just make sure that you don't fuck with the smoke detectors. But other than that, go ahead, cook. And when he would say that, hell yeah, you can find a way to make it work. Look, we had the rice cooker, we had the George Foreman, and we had a crock pot. And the George Foreman was just for browning my vegetables and my sausages on. And then I put that in the crock pot, like to do my beans and shit. We did our rice. I like to grill up in the parking lot and do some pork chops on that bitch. Yeah. You gonna find a way. Right, Miss Boosie. Oh yeah, you should. Fucking right. Motherfucker gonna find a way to eat. Because look at here. Out here, a lot of places, like I volunteered at a soup kitchen. Like when I first came out here. And I was cooking the food. But you know, when you can't cook to how you cook and you gotta cook how they want you to cook, that's a whole different thing, right? And they used to have us doing vegetable soup, but we used to literally make it like some of the shit we would get out the cans, like the potatoes and shit, but in the corn and shit. But like sometimes we didn't cut up no onions. They had certain shit that we had to make. And that food was not all the best of. You're gonna give me a cold container of soup and a fucking sandwich. Like they're talking about, come on, we're gonna put the soup in the ice chest. And that shit was horrible. And I made the shit. I was like, it was like, we're just giving them a meal. We're not doing gourmet style. I was like, the fucking nerve of you, bitch. Like, people are giving you the funds to provide these people with decent meals, and you're gonna say some shit like that. But then again, on top of that, in the bags with the sandwich, like we will put chips and apples and oranges and shit like that in the bag. But that wasn't an all-day thing. Like the people could not come to us to get it. It's like they had to wait till the truck went out and dropped it off. And right now, 5-1. Right, sweetie. You can live off of bread and butter if you had to. But shit. If you're truly, truly homeless and you have no means of income, and you know that panhandling only goes so far. Even if you're not trying to do drugs or some shit like that. Because then on top of having to provide food, you have to find ways to provide hygiene things. Because let me tell you, not all homeless people stink. Not all people that you see like with them wrinkly clothes crawling up from under the bridge stink. So they're doing their hygiene somewhere. And if you gotta buy $3 deodorant and you gotta eat And that's when the funk comes in. Yeah, I know a lot of them going by being drugs. All right, Kiki Lee, you have a good night. Night, night. Love you. Be careful. Thanks for coming. Damn, they had something else I wanted to put on this fucking list. It had something to do around the time of it's gonna come back to me. And I was like, ain't no fucking way. I was like, not all homeless people are alcoholics and drug addicts. Like right now, and they evicting people all over the country and shit. Shit about to get fucking rough. Shit is truly about to get rough. I was watching on the news. Right, Miss Boosie? Right, there are homeless people with jobs. Yes, there definitely is. You saying that shit, look, I had always been looking for a way to write 951. I had been looking for ways to go reasonably camping. But shit, 951. That ain't even a fucking half of it in fucking Texas. At least in Dallas. Good night, Kiki Lee. You be blessed. Yeah, but they done already evicted some people already. That ain't even a half of it in Dallas 951. Look, out here, in order to move, once you find a place, if they accept you, you have to pay them $50 for each adult, so they could do their background check and their credit check on you. They make you pay for it. Then after that, if they approve you, you have to pay an application fee, which is anywhere from $150 to $250. On top of the $50 you done already paid for your background check. Right, 951, and that's just what they're doing. Then after they approve you, depending on where you go, they want their deposit, their first and their last. And then, Lord, if you got a pet, out here you just fucked. Because not only, right, yeah, they do want to eliminate the middle class. Because out here, not only do you have to, and in some places, not only do you have to pay a pet deposit, which is a third of your deposit, you also have to pay a motherfucking rent for the motherfucker. Like this bitch got his own room or some shit. I remember one house we looked at, nice, beautiful house. Beautiful house, 2 stories. Nice big old backyard, fenced in, the right way and shit. to where the dogs would be in the yard, like, except maybe Scrappy. But at that time, we had like 2, 3 other dogs. And them motherfuckers was like, well, I don't give a fuck how many dogs you got. You have to pay $25 a month for each dog. Right now, 5-1. It'll be worse than what's going on now. Because that's why the virus numbers are so high in the colored people, so to speak. Because we got to still work. And they was talking about Uber and the right to strike and all that shit. Because in California, Uber wants to make, they say they want to make their subcontractors, the state of California wants them to make them employees. That'll never fucking happen. That'll never fucking happen. Cause they got these motherfuckers who out here, oh, we got to this, we got to that. My life got to go on regardless of what's going on. They starting to fair out now. They starting to even out now. But it's flu season now. So we're gonna see how that shit go. I bet there was. Shit. I would say 3 days. 3 days. But 2 weeks is too long. They're gonna always find another fool to fill that spot. Yeah, they say they're starting to level out here. And some of the numbers they report, so they say, are from months ago. So, bitch. Fuck that. If no essential worker go to work here, I believe they still won't have any change. Because like my son get mad with me because like I told him, you get out here, you bust your ass, you skin and grin for these motherfuckers. But these bitches ain't even giving you hazard pay. If you be like, I don't feel good, they telling you, well, get better and come to work. And bitch, they know what the fuck going on out there. Them people don't give a fuck about you, you dumbass. Well, get better and come to work. Like, see, then they got people that can't go to work because they got children. Terrell? Man, I know that must be the hardest to sit at home all day. Because you know what? Right, B. Fuck no. Look, when this shit first started, Walmart was closing at 8 o'clock, 8:30. Um, and was not open until 7 or 8 in the morning. Before this shit started, Walmart was open at 6 and closed at midnight. Now they open at 7 or 8 and close at 10:30 now. And that shit just happened 2 weeks ago. And that's because the economy is suffering. And Walgreens came back. Fuck no. Some shit don't close in the grocery stores. And I guarantee you, Walmart only came back to 10 because they was closing at 8:30, but everybody else stores was still open. Like Walmart could close at 8:30, but I could still make groceries till 11 o'clock at night out here. And they was suffering because they was losing that money. And that's the only reason Walmart decided to stay open that late. Guarantee you. Because Walmart, there's Fiesta, there's Cash Saver. But there is right, B. Jordan, ain't nothing like going to Walmart at 2 o'clock in the morning. When we first moved to Austin, that's what we would do. Fuck no. Only thing open 24 hours out here is the gas stations and some fast food restaurants. But yeah, ain't nothing like going to Walmart at 2 in the morning. When we first moved to Austin, we was just like so bored with life. You know, nothing to do. You know, we had our friends out there because some of our friends moved from New Orleans. We moved to Austin for them. Yeah, I bet California do have a lot of 24-hour stores. But when we first moved to Dallas, it wasn't nothing 24 hours. Right, that is the best time to go, Miss Boosie. When we first moved to Dallas, nothing was open 24 hours. I don't know if y'all saw that, but I did. We was in Dallas for a few years, a couple of years, before shit became 24 hours. Let me see. Let me think. Yeah, we was out here for a couple of years before Walmart became 24 hours. Yeah, and that's why I hate that the stores closed, that Walmart was closing at 8 o'clock. And that the latest I could go was 11. But we would go to Walmart at like 10 o'clock at night. On the weekend, they ain't have shit to do. And we wouldn't leave that motherfucker till like, oh, y'all got Wincos out there, 951. What up, Steph? Our Winco ain't 24 hours no more. What's 6 in the morning, Keisha? See, we don't have a curfew. They just prefer us to stay in shelter or whatever the fuck they call it. Is she answering me? Yeah, how you doing, Steph? Heck no. Winter is like the only time we can dine outside. Winter is like the only time we can. Oh, them bugs was like, party for their money too. Matter of fact, we have Walmart that was close to Winco. And I say was because they closed that bitch down. Even though they closed that bitch down because their employees stole over $1 million of fucking revenue. Yeah, I love me some fall too. Fall and spring, those are my favorite times of the year. Right, sweetie. I'm not into the bug thing. Yes, fall and spring, those are my times of the year. But man, oh no, you could keep winter far as I'm concerned. Especially since we moved out here and we get snow and shit. Oh fuck no, you could keep winter now. But if I was back home, yes, I loved winter too. Because at home, we would wear shorts for Christmas. Like you go to the store, you know you're getting you some shorts for Christmas. You know, like, oh well, it's kind of cool. Maybe I get me a jogging suit or some jeans. Man, you buy that fucking jogging suit, you be mad as the fuck. But I do remember Christmas of 2004. It snowed. And I was like, I got a white Christmas. But before that, I had never had a white Christmas. Right, Janelle? You can love winter depending on where you live. I know I sound ignorant in saying this shit, but I asked my sister, I was like, we need to make us a trip and go to Africa in their winter season. I was like, they do have winter, don't they? She was like, yeah, dumbass. Right now, 5-1 in New Orleans, that's how we do it. It'd be like summer for winter. Right, D? Look, it don't never snow enough in New Orleans for it to freeze, okay? All right, Stephanie, thanks for stopping in. You be blessed. Have you a good night, sweet dreams and all that. And I'm not even gonna kick it with the grandma joke because I was about to. Have a good night. Yes, sweet dreams. Oh, I know you don't miss no Ohio snow. I know you don't. Because I know. And Keisha, unfortunately, it'll be my geriatric, pre-geriatric ass going high live tomorrow. I wonder if I'm like in pre-menopause. Because now, yeah, I know it would. Because that's what I be telling her. What you mean, Keisha? I don't be having hot. Well, I guess it might do be hot flashes. Cause I kid you not, the other night I was up in here and I was like, fuck, it's hot as the fuck. You perimenopausal. How many years you been in there? Because somebody said that shit could last up to 10 years. And I was like, bitch, are you fucking serious? Or you want me to do StreamYard? Yeah, okay, that'll be tomorrow. You hit it at 40. But no, look. Oh my God. That's 11 years. You have to deal with being tortured for 11 years? Oh no. That's just torturing me. Like, it's gone. It's just more years to go. Oh no. Mm-mm. And then you want to know the cruel game that biology play. They say even when you get a hysterectomy, you still have them signs. You know, you still have them symptoms of fucking having a period. Which is your best friend? I bet it is. Shit. What you in North Arizona? South Arizona? I think it do kind of get kind of cold in Flagstaff. But you know what? I never really visit my sister in the dead of winter. You in West. Like when I visit my sister, it would either be like the end of summer or like the beginning of spring. Like I never visit her in winter that I remember. Let me think. No. And where did she live? She lived in Tucson. And I'm trying to get to some shit like that. Like Keisha always crying, oh no, I can't do Arizona. It's too hot. Just don't go to South Arizona. Like, let's go somewhere in northern Arizona. I know they get some kind of winter. Even then, I want to go to Albuquerque, but I've heard the crime is outrageous in Albuquerque nowadays. And you'll visit me, bitch. Get the fuck out of my. That's nice, Keisha. Thanks for visiting. Anyways, we got two people in our group that's down for Arizona, and come on now, right, right, Janelle. By being women, like I feel like that bitch shouldn't have took that apple, and once she took it, she shouldn't have gave it to Adam because let me tell you how else women are cursed. When a woman has a son, he leaves his DNA in her body, in her brain. So before your little bastard is born, you already have somebody terrorizing your ass. And when I told my sister that, she was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah." And shit like that got to be true. Cause as much as Robbie loved her grandson, and as much shit as she done for her son and her grandson, she's talking about, "Oh Lord, I'm weak. Pray for me and my son." Really? Pray for you and your son? Your son took away the only piece of your other son you have. And you talking about pray for him? Like crime took away his daddy and your son took away him. That's just crazy. But they say, I was reading the trade. They say she ain't paying for his defense. So I guess she ain't fucking forgive him like that. There was up there. Oh, he got a public offender. She ain't care like that. Right, 951. Right. I'm like, look, you can say she being diplomatic all you want. But deep in my heart, yeah, you my child, I love you. But there's just some shit I cannot excuse from you. Yeah, I used to watch the show. I never did like Tim. Because you could see Tim was just a money hungry snake in the grass, unappreciative motherfucker. I never liked Tim. You know, wasn't nothing ever too much for him. Nothing ever satisfied him. And ain't no fucking way. Cause they say even though she cut him off and all that good shit, he I was like, wow. After all this woman has done for you, she's given you life. She's provided you a way when you couldn't even make a way for yourself as an adult. It, you know, she didn't. But see, that's the thing about women being dicks and asses for their sons. Because once he took my company name and started running it in the ground and doing what he wanted with it, I'd have been cut him out of my company. But she kept him in the company, even though she didn't sue him. And he was opening these chains everywhere around the world. And she was like, you're ruining my brand. But you let him continue to do it. So how could you be complaining about him ruining your brand? Well, you know that's what he went to prison for, right? And right, he did have a little head on his big body with them wide hips. And people can change if that's what they choose to do. But you know, some people you can tell there's just no changing there. They don't want it. And Tim was one of them people because he was willing to run his mother's business into the ground to get the money he wanted. When his mama was like, "No, stop franchising my business And he wasn't even franchising it. He was stealing her money to build these other restaurants. He wasn't even franchising. So he was stealing her money. Oh, it be gone. I was looking for them clippers today. So he was stealing her money to franchise her business, something she didn't want to do. And I was like, wow. Right, embezzlement. And you gonna go through all this and still be like, pray for him, pray for Tim, which it depends on the type of woman she is. And even though she's telling you to pray for Tim, I think she's being sarcastic. Cause see, my grandma was one of them. She'd be like, come here, do this for me. And you'd be like, yeah, whatever. Well, God bless you. You just remember where you come from. God bless you, you know? Like, what the fuck? Grandma, you just cussed me out on the slick. Like, you just cursed me too. I think Tim was already grabbing his ankles. You know, you just don't naturally get that wide. I was like, wow. Oh, because that bitch wanted to buy the apple. He's been in jail since 2006. And he always get mad with me. He always get mad with me because I be like, you're right up in there, huh? You ain't doing none of that gay shit or nothing, huh? And he be like, I don't know where you get this from. Yeah, he had a life. That's what I'm saying. She telling him she won't spread the word, pray for my son. I was like, wow. And my cousin be like, you need to go ahead on with all that shit. And I'm like, come on, bro. No offense, you do have life. What you want smell good and look good for? He like, I'm trying to catch a female that come through here. Well, yeah, I guess you got life, so it really wouldn't matter if you get more time, do it. But that strikes against you being paroled, you dumbass. And you can get out. You have the possibility of parole. Why would you want to fuck that up? Hell yeah, she was next. That's an amazing thing. I want to know how the fuck they really caught him, dude. Don't just tell me all this. Oh, he conspired with old girl and blah blah this, and he the one killed his nephew. Okay, whoop de do. Give me the motherfucking meats and potatoes of the fucking tea, man. Don't just give me the surface, man. Don't just give me the potato skin and the fucking syrup on the steak, bitch. I want it all. How the fuck is it that they really caught him? I know somebody had to talk. And I think it was the girl. I think it was his co-conspirator. I think they caught her on something bigger. Or they caught somebody who knew about it on something. And they talked. See, the FBI been watching him. Somebody talk. They broke it down on CNN. Yeah, I know that's the only way they got him. Somebody snitched on him. Because it been 4 years. And it'd have been another 4 years if somebody wouldn't have snitched on him. Let's be real. If his nephew stole 2K from him, do you think he would have still been in St. Louis? This dude street smart, man. His nephew was street smart. Let's be real, bro. If he stole 2K from him, you really think he gonna be sticking around fucking time? That boy was smarter than that, man. He'd have been gone straight up. Tim full of shit. And if that's the case, why you trying to put a policy on him for twice what he stole from you? I'm waiting. And if that's the case, do the policy shit. Now there is some justifications now. Let's be real. You walk in a room and some they wow. Yeah, that would have been ideal, but that's an ideal world be. And you saying that 10 years in jail, he probably killed before this and felt confident in doing the shit. And I'm saying he was raped in jail, but Tim was a big motherfucker. I'm not saying that it can't be possible. Right, 951, the papers was fraud. Were forged. Wow. Right, sweetie. But I think his brother died before he went to jail. Oh, well, then again, I don't know. I don't even remember when his brother died. I used to watch the show and everything, but his brother had died. I think his brother died when Andre was a baby or something like that. Right, you don't never know. That's all bullshit, Janelle. That was the setup from way back. That was her way of being able to say she knew and give her less time. Because even if Alonzo will sit there and tell you, oh no, I won't bring my phone because I don't need everybody knowing where I'm at. And he's 5. Right, 951. He's 5 and to tell you I don't need no location on my phone. What the fuck you mean, little bitch? You 5 years old. What the fuck you mean you don't need no location on your phone? Like, bitch, is somebody after you, motherfucker? Like, that's low. That's past low. he probably been having this shit in the works and in the plans. And that's why I said he'd have did better putting a policy on him way back in the day when yeah, he already had it in, but you should have put the policy on him when he came up from motherfucking Houston. Cause he already was gang banging. He came up there to get away from that life. Tim probably was already ways a killer. Cause he went to jail for armed robbery. Then he always walking around. Then he was always walking around fucking wanting to beat people down and shit like that. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck on, you gonna get shot fucking around with me, bitch. Like, his mama has had to pay lawsuits because of Tim. Right 951. Most definitely. It is amazing the shit people do for little dollars. That ain't no little dollars. It is when you can't enjoy it. It is when you can't enjoy it. What's the use of doing that shit, not getting the money, or even doing that and getting the money and you cannot enjoy it? Because Tim had bills out the ass for one. And for two, how far is $250,000 gonna go? Wait, no, I think the original policy that he had on his nephew was something like a half a mil. Even then, you have bills to pay. You can't even enjoy that money. Right, he didn't even get the money. Right, 951. And that's what I'm saying. I don't need to. Right, B. What up, Lashana? How you doing? I had wanted to bake since Keisha ain't doing shit nowadays. And I wanted to do a banana cake. Keisha was like, don't you make no fucking banana cake around me. And butter cake mix. Look, I ain't no professional. And hopefully this still have it. But I'm thinking a banana cake. Y'all think strawberry and bananas like really go together like that? Like, I'm not a fan of strawberries and bananas. Like Curtis drink this fucking smoothie, and I think the bitch is horrible. It's strawberry banana cereal or some shit like that. But I'm not no strawberry banana fan. Like, do you really think strawberries and bananas go? If I could vote twice, do you think I would waste them on 45? You don't eat bananas. No kind of way, like when we was growing up in New Orleans, my grandma used to cut them in a pan and fry them in butter and put sugar on them. You don't even eat them like that. Or what about if, like, do you drink banana shakes? You're not voting? Y'all don't eat bananas with, wait. Is it because it's plastic? Like, or you just don't like the taste or the feel or the texture of bananas? Because I can understand that somewhat. Because if you eat an overripe banana, sometimes it's kind of slimy like. Nah, y'all crazy. I got to put milk banana in my frosted flakes and in my honey nut Cheerios. Man. So so you don't even do banana annihilators when you was coming up. Like I don't like bananas overripe because okay, they stink to you. Now that's just crazy, Janelle. Right, Lashana? I love a good banana pudding. But how that's just crazy, Janelle, is because like they cousins, but they're not the same. Like, no, they just not. Like you can't do with a banana what you do with a plantain. Up eating them bitches too. You don't know that about plantains. You'd be amazed what science has done. And as I said before, okay, they give you migraines. And like I said before, if you can't find it in time thumb and it's come on. Like growing up, every store I would go to in New Orleans is would have a plantain. But plantains. But this is Texas, man. And the nation of the Hispanic fucking race, right? Like, there's a lot of different Hispanics out here, and there's a lot of different like Jamaican cultures and the Caribbean, okay, and a lot of Africans. And for you not to sell plantains, you're a racist fucking retailer. And that's part of why I don't like Tom Thumb or Albertsons or Kroger because you can find a tortilla because everybody likes a good taco. But motherfuckers making mofongo and fufu and shit like that with them plantains. I guess they're not on the list of their accepted Hispanic races. And plantain tastes like an unsweet type, bitter type banana. Everything is GMO. Um, I still don't want watermelon with seeds. And I still don't want grapes with seeds. I barely eat grapes nowadays. Um, but growing up, that used to be the shit around my house. Green grapes. Yeah, I know they come in. They start out green and they ripen to yellow to brown. Yes, my grandmother used to cook them for us. We used to have a banana tree in our black backyard. It was not a planting, right? Um, a lot of shit is GMO'd, and you want to know what though? It's not GMO'd like you think. It's to fight diseases, not in people, but like in the crops and stuff. Some stay green. I don't buy into that organic shit either. But you wanna know why I don't buy into the organic shit? And the only way that I will do organic is if I want the seeds. But yeah, um, they do the GMOs also. So because if you have a good plant on killing and shit, what they do is they take that one plant that's doing so good and make 100 plants from it, and that's GMO at that point. Organic costs more because they say down there not using any pesticides and it's not GMO and all that good shit. But yeah, but I'm not growing grapes. And when I grow watermelons, I buy my seeds. Uh, and I buy my seeds. I go to an heirloom on a fucking website, 99-cent heirlooms. That's like the cheapest ones, and I buy them. I don't grow apples, pears, and peaches because it take years. When I say years, it take fucking years for a motherfucking them trees to fucking produce. Like matter of fact, my neighbor tree don't even produce every year. Like, and then his peaches are so small, and they never get to big, nice, ripe peaches out here because there's birds. Yeah, I like pears too. Come on, them apples are GMOs, so you just eat the delicious red. Come on, pink lady. Come on, man. What else they got? A lot of these apples are fucking genetically modified. The Fiji. Oh, come on. Let's be real. When we was growing up, there was only two apples: the red apple and the golden apple. And then all of a sudden, all these other apples pop up on the fucking scene. Really? There was only two apples. Now all of a sudden they got fucking 20 the fucking apples you could get in the store. And these are specially made if you want to make candy apples or chocolate covered apples. Those are genetically modified. Like, if that's your concern and whatnot, the only way you're gonna fucking make it is you're gonna grow your own food. Oh, look, I'm buffering. But you can't trust what the supermarket's telling you. They're gonna tell you whatever the fuck they got to tell you to sell shit. And I've had a fucking organic banana. That shit was fucking horrible. Right, red delicious and gold is delicious. Where the fuck the Fiji come from? Where the Granny Smith come from? Where the pink lady come from? The Fiji, did I say that? Then they got another one, the jazz apple. Where the fuck that the Gala? Yeah, where all that shit come from? What about avocados? See, you naming all those. Yeah, okay. The ambrosia. Well, you go ahead on and eat all them apples then. I'm not no apple fan. Yeah, I like avocados too. But let's think about it. Shit is fucking evolving, even without motherfuckers helping them along the way. And that's what I was telling Keisha. That goes to show you about the greed of motherfucking these people out here. Because if I can sell you 100 bell peppers and none of them bitches will fucking grow a plant, you got to come to me to get that bell pepper. And that's what they're doing. Taking one plant that is growing exceptionally well and they fucking cloning it. Right. Yeah, they crossbreeding veggies and shit now. Did you see the cucumber fucking watermelon? Bitch, what the fuck wrong with y'all? Then look, they got purple fucking bell peppers now. What the fuck, bitch? Purple? Look, growing up, there was only two color bell peppers, red and green. And let me tell you how that happened. It come out green. If you let it stay on the vine long enough, it will turn red. But where the fuck you get fucking purple and white and yellow fucking bell peppers from? Yeah, they grafting them, I know. That's one of them right there. The mini sweet peppers, that's a graft right there. Let me explain it. Because if you notice, they're in the shape of the jalapeno, right? And no, a lot of them come from Mexico. A lot of peppers and shit, avocados, they come from Mexico. But I'm telling you, if you graft together a bell pepper plant with part of a jalapeno, I know that's how they getting them fucking sweet peppers. I know the science of it. I've just never been interested in it like that. When I grow my shit, I want it to be natural. And cause me and my sister were talking about this shit the other day about certain plants and shit like that. And how they fucking evolving and changing the names of them and shit. Or they don't call that the hanging ivy no more. What she told me they call that shit. And I know what they call it because I was looking to buy one of them. What do they call it now? The E-touch or some shit like that. I don't really care for the mini bell peppers. I eat them. The fuck? Well, you about to run? Punk ass.
Right. And I didn't know what that was. She coming tomorrow.
Right. Come on, a recall on onions. You know how long it take an onion to fucking grow? It take an onion something like 9 to 10 months to grow. One onion. Like, wow. You saying that shit. But I went to buy me some fucking lettuce seeds. Right, Miss Boosie? And then it was so many varieties. It was yellow onions, sweet onions, white onions, red onions, green onions. I was like, well, goddamn. Well, being as though, right, it was. I think they even had shallots on their list. Keisha, you woke? Right. I wanted to grow my own lettuce, but I wanted to grow butter lettuce because that's my favorite. And when I went to go order them, they had them sold out of butter fucking lettuce. But I really, and that's why I told them part of why I'm trying to go back to vegetarians. How you do that? Your sausage and onions. You cut your sausage up. Onions, yes. Onions can go with anything. Don't believe me? She. Like, yeah, I like red onions too. Like, I like my onion jam. I make one of them, and I eat that shit with almost anything. No, no, no. Well, after the salmonella outbreak, no, I don't want to do raw onions either. But I like raw onions too. Just don't kill me with them, and I eat them. Yeah, it's supposed to be safe to buy onions again. Yeah, I don't think they would have them in the store if they weren't safe again. Because nobody wants that lawsuit. All right. You saying that, but I swear, the other day I was in here talking to one of them, and I wanted some fucking onion rings. And yeah, because my cousin cut hers up with peppers and onions and like that. And she put it on a hoagie bun. I wanted me some onion rings. I just making onion rings is a lot of work. Like if you want good onion rings, because you got to cut that up and you got to let them really soak good. so they can be tender when you fry them and shit. What the fuck? You know, all these social media pages and shit like this shit starting to work on my nerves. Like, you eat Funyuns. Me too. I haven't had Funyuns in a while. Yeah, see, my cousin that I'm talking about with the sausage and peppers and shit like that, she lived in New York for decades. So you know, all that shit connected. Like, how long does it take to get to Philly from New York? About 45 minutes, an hour? They're trying to do that out here in Dallas. The train where you get to from Houston to Dallas in like an hour and a half. I do too. And Keisha be getting mad with me because I like to explore shit. You know, Italian was the first food I started cooking. Then I moved on to Asian. And then once we got out here, well, no, the first food I started ever cooking was soul food, that country cooking. But then I went on to the Italians and the Chinese. Then when we came out here, I went on to Mexican and shit like that. I think the one culture and whatnot, but I think it's time for me to open up and do some more. Like the Moco Locos, that's Polynesian, but I feel like got something like this. Cause come on, it's just meat, gravy, and an egg and rice. Well, you ain't never did that growing up. Me too, Miss Boosie. And I kid you not, it took me growing up, living out here, to really enjoy and cook Mexican food because you're doing Filipino. I don't know if I want to hit the Philippines yet, but it took me living out here to enjoy Mexican food because, like I always tell everybody, the extent of my Mexican food living in New Orleans was just Taco Bell. Like, we didn't have no taco stands back then. New Orleans has really changed and evolved since Katrina. I'm not saying we didn't have taco stands and shit like that before, but there wasn't like where you could find them at, okay? Right, Miss Boosie? That shit probably good. Then I saw this dish on it was on, was it on God? I can't even see. I don't think it was on God Fieri do. But it was shredded carrots, shredded cabbage, and ground meat with some kind of sauce he made. I hope Keisha didn't delete that show because I would try to mimic it. I don't know nothing about no lumpia. See, if my sister was on here, she'll be able to tell you the dish because she was like, "Oh, I used to eat that all the time." I'm like, "Bitch, fuck you. You trying to rub shit in, bitch." And and she was right. She was telling me everything he was putting in it. She said, wait, he missing around the rice starch. As soon as she said that, like 2 ingredients later, he put the rice starch in it. And yeah, she was rubbing it in. Bitch, fuck you. But I looked at that and I was like, that shit looks some fucking good. Right, Janelle. That's what I'm trying to go for. And like I say, fucking with my family, me trying to go vegetarian is gonna be hard. Oh, love me some pho. Thank you, you Vietnamese. You motherfuckers, you. I love me some pho. I used to eat that in New Orleans. Now, see, that is a race that was prominent in New Orleans. We even have Little Vietnam in New Orleans. Love me some pho. But we New Orleans like we have Little Vietnam. Like from when I used to live there. It ain't nothing new shit. We got Little Vietnam. And that's you can find they live in New Orleans East. We call it Vietnamese. I'm calling it Little Vietnam, but we used to call it Vietnamese Village. They live out there in the east off of Michoud, the Vietnamese in New Orleans. And then they started doing, working across the river and shit. And me and my sister, when she finally had a friend that had a car and whatnot, and did not care about traveling and shit, we used to go across the river in Jefferson Parish and go get pho. And right, Miss Boosie. And that's what I was I just so happened to be, on Facebook. And they have no, I'm gonna save this for tomorrow. Never mind, I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna save this for tomorrow. Oh no, hell no. My city not like that. You can get certain food good in certain areas, but New Orleans ain't like that. Like you can find a Chinese shop anywhere in New Orleans. Just go to a corner store and you can get fried rice and fried chicken. Or you can get you some lo mein or some chicken something. But you go to Vietnamese Village. We used to go across the river. They had a lot of Asians cross over there because we used to go to Kim's in Harvey, right out of the tunnel for very good Vietnamese food. And I think that's where my love for Asian soup started because once we be done already went to dinner and shit like that, and we done walked in the mall and we done went to a movie. My mom and them be like, "Come on, let's go get a soup." But y'all ain't getting y'all own. Y'all gonna have to share. So 2 of y'all gonna have to decide what y'all want. You're like, well, damn, that's shitty. But give me the fishball soup. And I love a good fishball soup. But I don't think they make fish balls good commercially. I'm gonna find out. Oh Lord Jesus, that means I gotta go to the Asian market. We have a Haitian spot, but the food don't look all that great to me. Like they burning the shit up in there. I had a flyer I would have been able to show you, but it just don't look that great to me. And you know how you go to a restaurant, you could sit outside it. Or you ain't getting none of that at that restaurant by us. And so I'm wondering, was it good? And but there is, like Miss Boosie said, she won't go to Alibaba. They have one. There's a Mediterranean Greek restaurant in DeSoto I want to try. Shit, no! I told you my little monster coming back. I got to cook, cause since he's been away from us, somebody cooked meatloaf for him, and he was like, her meatloaf is a long time. So now he looking for that. But when I make meatloaf for him, it's something different. Cause the last time I made a meatloaf, it was mushrooms and Swiss meatloaf, which he don't have a problem with. He probably have a problem with the cheese, but he has no problems with mushrooms. And but even then, I might just make it a beefy mushroom meatloaf. But that's the thing about him. All he wants to eat is meat now. I'm wondering if once I start eating vegetables, oh no, LaShawn Gates, you got to give him a chance. There are so many different varieties, and they all taste different. Like, nah, I love mushrooms. Not the psychedelic ones, but mushrooms, yes. I don't like them out of a jar or can do. You be blessed too. A good night, sweetie. I'm about to tell all of us good night. Good night, y'all. Thanks for coming. Y'all be blessed. Oh, it's Labor Day weekend. It sure is. Y'all have y'all a good Labor Day. I'm saying that, but I'm gonna say the same. I'll be here tomorrow with Keisha on StreamYard on a walk in the Fat Woman's shoes. Till next time, y'all. Good night. Y'all be safe. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Be blessed. And love yourself, love your family, enjoy each other responsibly with social distancing and masks if need be. Till next time, y'all, peace, love, and hair grease, y'all. Have a good one. All right, good night. See y'all tomorrow. Man.